2023 is starting to boom, with upcoming games being announced in this little subgenre known as extraction looter shooters. Games that play similar to Escape from Tarkov, The Cycle Frontier, and Call of Duty's new DMZ mode, which is probably where you know me from. Project Black Budget is the latest game to be added to this list, and it actually has me pretty excited, and it should have you too. Not just because of the gameplay itself, but because of the reason that it's being developed and who it's being developed by. Here is everything that we currently know. So PUBG's studio is going to be working on this new extraction shooter that they claim will rival Daddy Tarkov and Call of Duty's DMZ.
Somebody has to kill the babysitter.
South Korea-based PUBG developer Krafton recently told investors the game so far is called Project Black Budget, and a three-pronged launch with PC, console, and mobile is on the table. They describe it as an ever-changing PvPvE open world with satisfying gunplay that delivers unpredictable and exciting experiences. With them saying satisfying gunplay, my biggest question to the PUBG devs that first comes to mind is this going to be third person or a strictly first person experience? Like, I don't know, would third person kill this type of game? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below on that. Now guys, check this out. What I think we're seeing here is a full reoccurrence of what happened in 2017. That is the year that the battle royale genre blew up, starting with H1Z1 and PUBG. PUBG is always what I've kind of considered like the OG, the granddaddy of battle royales. And I think that that makes it extremely comparable to Escape from Tarkov. Just like PUBG, it's proven how successful its style and this gameplay loop can be, with a large and dedicated player base, as well as birthing so many huge content creators like Pastilli and Landmark. I mean, I personally went full-time with content creation just last year, even with 2 kids, which is not easy. With my videos and my streams of another extraction looter shooter, The Cycle Frontier, which, hey, by the way, if new and upcoming extraction looter shooters really butter your biscuit, like this is the type of gameplay that you need to see more of, consider subscribing to stay in the loop of this new genre. That lets me know that there actually is more interest in the games that I'm going to be talking about this year. Thanks in advance, Big Sexy. But several games in this little genre have already released. None have started the trend like the BR boom of 2017. Not yet. After the success of PUBG, the market back then was just primed for new developers to streamline and put their unique spins on that genre. From that, Fortnite was birthed, and then Mac Daddy Warzone. But we haven't really had that happen yet off of Escape from Tarkov. The Cycle Frontier, for instance, had a lot of attention at launch and in its betas. I mean, Summit 1G was playing, Shroud was playing, the Doc was playing, but due to a pretty big cheater problem in the beginning, that by the way is all but non-existent now, and a problem with balancing the experience for Bambis or casual players, whatever terminology you prefer, those kids were getting wrecked by Giga Chad sweatlords that never even seen a blade of grass, nevertheless touched it. So they threw in a matchmaking rating system, or skill-based matchmaking for the Call of Duty people out there, which is what I think always set Escape from Tarkov apart. They don't have any of that. You never know what you're going to encounter when you drop into a match. It could be a top-ranked player, or it could be a full squad of total Timmies that don't even know how to navigate the map. The unknown is what adds to the randomness that keeps you on your toes and makes the game replayable each wipe, year after year, season after season. But this is where Project Black Budget comes in, where Tarkov lacks and has this like massive void that is yet to be filled, like I said, by any of the titles that have already released in this genre, like The Cycle, Marauders, and even DMZ ain't it. Nobody has been able to take the gameplay loop of Tarkov, the high-risk, intense PvPvE, where if you die, you lose so much more than your ego that's bigger than Nadia's forehead.
I want like this. I want like this.
You lose everything. You lose all the progress that you made during that match. You lose any gear that you had on you that could have taken you hours to obtain. Now you take that and you streamline that process to make it more digestible to the masses, as well as available not just on PC, where you can play on consoles and potentially what PUBG is saying, even mobile. Now you do all that without removing all of the depth and the feeling of progression. That right there is really where, if PUBG is smart, they can step in and fill that hole. They set the trend for the last big genre blow up. So I do have a little bit of faith that with Project Black Budget, they will recognize what it is that this game needs to be for it to make a big splash upon release, and then actually hold hold on to a decent player base in the months that follow, which I would say is gonna be the toughest objective for game devs in 2023. Making a game that doesn't go completely dead after maybe just 2 months after launch. Seems to be the trend right now, right? Now, as for when we can expect to play Project Black Budget, based off of what they stated in their earning report that they sent out to their investors, we should be looking at a 2024 to 2025 fiscal year full release, with a beta and undoubtedly a gameplay trailer well before that. When we do see gameplay, what I'm gonna be looking for, and you should too, is that they are keeping it hardcore with minimalistic HUD and a very basic map, if any map at all, lower, more realistic TTK, a solid progression system with missions and objectives that can be completed to unlock different important features as you go along, as well as a solid, thought out loot structure that doesn't have any unnecessary items that are just there for filler. They don't do anything. But instead, all of those items can be used to sell at some type of trader system, to craft materials and items at like a crafting bench, or used to unlock parts of a base that will give you access to more in-game features to help you survive in matches. I'm calling it now. Let me know if you guys agree with this down in the comments below, because I know I'm not the only one. The next big game will be in the extraction looter shooter genre. I'm talking about the next Fortnite, the next Warzone, massively popular game all across the world. The next PUBG, it will be a game that plays this way. Gamers are bored with mindless PvP without consequences. We want to experience the risk. We want to utilize critical thinking to outmaneuver other players so that when you do get the kill or get the win, it just feels different. It feels so much better and more rewarding than any other PvP game that I've ever played. PUBG is fully capable of doing this with years of data and an understanding of what is trending and what the gaming world is looking for right now. They have as good an opportunity as anybody to take Project Black Budget to the top. As I said earlier, make sure that you sub to get notified of any updates we're going to be getting on Project Black Budget going forward, as well as any other big extraction looter shooter news. Then you have to check out the top 5 upcoming extraction looter shooters that are expected to release in 2023. This is a solid list and we have plenty to be excited about. Go on, click it, go on.